Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. And in the last episode, guys, we cleared the Halls of Devotion within Ny'alotha, and we are already queued up for the third wing of the raid, the wonderfully called Gift of Flesh. Buried deep within a fissure of twisted flesh, Il'gynoth's corruption continues to spread from this realm into the next. Now, Il'gynoth is a name that some of you guys may remember from the Legion playthrough. He was the second boss inside the Emerald Nightmare. We had to basically open the way into the tree trunk and take out his eye. Otherwise, he was going to wipe the raid. A very interesting fight. Probably one of the most memorable from Legion that I can recall. And looks like we are going to go in for a rematch because he is the final boss of this wing. And we've got 3 bosses to deal with. Before we do that, however, let's go ahead and talk to Partho and see what Reginald needs today.
Warm wishes to you.
Action figures. It occurs to me that our lover's current living situation is quite dull. We should try to find something to keep him entertained. After all, a happy larva is a healthy larva. I think the Agathe keep figures for worship of their gods. I'm sure they could also double as toys for our little friend here. See if you can find some. Collect 6 Amethyst figures from Amethyst creatures in Uldum.
Be well.
Partho, that is incredibly sacrilegious, and I like the way you think. Besides, if we kill them, they're not going to need them, right? That's how that logic works. Well, let's see what the drop rate is. Been queued up for almost 14 minutes. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, here's a bowman. I'm going to assume that all of these guys have a lot of devotion, and all carry a... Aw. You sinner. I was hoping for a 100% drop rate. Not the case. Okay, you come over here. Got y'all here. Gather round, gather round. Good. Now, off camera, I haven't really done a whole lot with Swindle, other than take care of some invasions. But one of the invasions I did this morning, in Pandaria, actually paid off quite well, because I was able to replace our last piece of benthic gear. Sun-touched figurine summons a sun-touched falcon for 30 minutes. Well, I don't know if Crack is he on my shoulder would approve, but... Okie dokie. Let's see what it's like being a hunter. I got Mantle of the Insatiable Maw, 450 shoulders. So I've got a 450 average item level, which I'm enjoying quite thoroughly. And that was the last of the Ny'alotha gear I was holding on to. So we got 1 toy. You know, I betted... Oh, never mind. Thought it was going to be dropped from the priests. A stone effigy of one of the gods worshipped by the Amethyst. Well, you guys pretty much get the gist of what I'm needing to do here. But we can chat for a little bit. I was actually quite happy. So I don't know if I've talked about this on camera, but I've had a financial kind of like monkey on my back for the last few weeks, and that's the fact that I had some shingles that was off the top of my roof due to a windstorm, and I had a roofer come look at it, and I actually found out that the roof of my house was totaled due to hail damage, which is ugh. And my insurance covered it, but it had a deductible of about $2,600 something. Now, don't get me wrong, the roof is definitely going to be more expensive than that, but I talked to a bunch of people yesterday, and it looks like everything's going to be fine. I am not going to have any kind of significant financial windfall. And that's a really good feeling when you realize, oh, okay, I don't have to budget nearly as bad as I thought I was going to have to. Feels good, man. So the roof is going to get repaired, and I have decided, and I know right now, especially in these quote-unquote difficult times, as you've probably heard from all of these different commercials and such, but I want to buy something stupid. Because just like everything, so much stuff sucks right now, especially during this year. I mean, we've got like a path toward like positive change, and that's awesome. But there's also just a lot of stuff that when you read on the news, you're just like, good God, why? But I've decided that I'm going to medicate by buying something irresponsible. And I found this really cool arcade cabinet that I'm going to go ahead and procure. And I'm going to have it in my living room. And it's very midlife crisis-y, but I don't care. I am all about it. It just looked so cool and had a ton of games on it. It's not one of the arcade one-ups. It's actually better. I'm thinking about getting like a custom Extra Life decal on it. And just get something for me so I can feel good about this year. You know what I mean? So I can just have some good memories. And sometimes that is worth its weight in gold. So if I decide to go ahead and go through with this, because I will probably talk myself out of it and back into it several times, but if I actually pull the trigger, I will definitely post pictures about it and maybe make a video about it too. So I think it'd be a pretty fun thing to show off. Because I do miss the old school arcade days. I really wish there were some. It's not really a viable business anymore, sadly. Unless you're going for like a retro arcade, then you have the nostalgia hook, but having one in the house I think would be very cool.
Each day is a blessing.
Did you find any suitable toys? Look how happy he is with his new toys.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Oh, there's a little statue. Oh, you can actually see them. That's cool. I like it. It's cute. I'm just going to get everything in there for him. How we looking? See, it's not even giving us a estimated time before the group is formed. Love it. But that's alright. So, I shall go ahead and run around here for a little bit. Maybe go search for some treasure, and I will see you guys, hopefully, at the Gift of Flesh. So, I actually forgot something that I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. Looks like we still have, it's an hour average wait time. Ah, the life of a DPS. But I was able to discover something off camera, just checking some stuff out, that I'd actually questioned for quite a while. We had these 10 void fragments in my engineering bag from all of these invasions, and I was curious what they did, because I'd had 10 in my bag for a while, and they were actually something that we could combine with engineering. A void focus. Yeah, the void focus splinters. So I went ahead and crafted one, and it gave me a quest here to talk to Wrathion. Looking into the crystal, the light around you is slowly drowned in inky smoke. An imposing presence crushes down on you, whispering unintelligibly in your ear. Looking for the source, you see nothing, but the sensation grows. Your head begins to swim as the darkness deepens and the noise becomes deafening, summoning all your willpower to steel your resolve. The light has returned, the noise silenced, and you stand with a humble crystal in your hand. Perhaps Wrathion knows more about it. Well, only one way to find out, eh?
Is there something you wish to discuss?
Wrathion's brow furrows when he sees the crystal. Oh, it is fortunate you brought this to me. Impressive that you were able to handle it while retaining your sanity. In fact, this may provide us with an opportunity. Wrathion strokes his chin, lost in thought. I will not mince words, Swindlegear. This will certainly prove dangerous. However, I have full confidence that you are up to the task. Now, let us wield Ny'alotha's own power against him. Maintaining focus. At present, the focus holds but a fraction of Ny'alotha's true power. If If we could further empower it, we could craft even more effective weapons to wield against him. N'Zoth's influence is everywhere, Swindlegear, and is most concentrated within powerful foes. Vanquish them, and claim whatever vestiges of the old god's power remain. Acquire 20 shreds of sanity. These can be looted from bosses in Ny'alotha and world bosses, obtained by winning battlegrounds and arenas, or from honorable kills. Upgrades the Void Focus to Empowered Void Focus, allowing you to craft better equipment using resources gathered from N'Zoth's followers.
Azeroth faces many threats.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I've already taken out the world boss, though. But at least we're allegedly going to be going into Ny'alotha, so we can get at least a few shreds. And was that winning battlegrounds and arenas? Go do some little bit of PvP. Maybe I bet it's probably like 1 shred per victory. Still, gives me something to play around with. Okay, well, now that we know that, let's get back to the waiting game. Oh god, guys. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and share this because I didn't expect anything would drop. I am here in Darkshore, and there's this little fire elemental here. Well, he's not exactly little, but he drops a very specific mini pet. You basically get 1 chance a week for him to drop, and guess what? He did indeed drop Rattling Bones, and we are going to have an old friend join the crew. We're going to rename him. We've got Detective Ray. This is what happens when you try to one-up Finkel Einhorn's tall tales of being stuck inside of dangerous creatures. Summon. And there's a pocket-sized Grimmy. Isn't that awesome? So I am going to... Let's see, can I rename him here? Yes. Grimmy. And there we go. Yeah, guess what? Now it's going to be your turn to go ahead and get all those poison potatoes. I like it. Despite the fact that it looks like no progress has been made on the raid finder, I have seen like a bunch of healers and DPS in there and out, so I guess I will continue to explore the rest of Darkshore and farm for mounts and such with Grimmy at my side, and we'll see what the real waste of time is going to be. And hopefully I will see you guys in the raid. Fingers crossed. Oh lord, it's happening. Where are we? Ooh, we are at the start. Got some more pyramids to go into. Oh, maybe. No, this is a gift of flesh, right? Oh, we head down into the Sarlacc. I see. Yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of cool, though. Oh, and we're doing things. I'm going to assume that the gift of flesh is where all the tentacles are made. It's like the factory. Okay, stay out of the stupid. Fortunately, no one seems to have a knockback that would send us into whatever that stuff's supposed to be. I'm going to assume lava, but it seems a little bit... Maybe it's boiling blood. Or bile or something like that. That's the kind of world I want to live in. So I took some time, when I wasn't farming for mounts and pets, to look at some of these fights. So hopefully I will be somewhat prepared. The final boss doesn't seem all that bad. It's the one in the middle that is gonna be a little bit tricky, because there's a lot to keep track of.
Alert. New anchor location detected within aperture.
Well, that's good. You know, like,
Aperture is certainly the polite way to put it.
yeah, it ain't an aperture, more of an orifice. Gonna be like what what it feels like to be Boba Fett. But hopefully we will get through it. And then after that, we just got one more wing, guys. Holy crap. Oh! Pocket-sized great worms from beyond. It's adorable and horrifying. And are we taking out? Yeah, we're fighting a lot of things. Apparently. See that? There's going to be a lot of that going around. A lot of stupid on the floor. So you notice that when we kill these things, those portals pop. That's going to be very important for at least one of these fights, because we're going to have to be fighting those as one of the primary ads. So yeah, that's just boiling, sick, old god blood. Oh, lordy. And that was my Chief Death that just went off. This is not a boss. What's going on? What are we doing? Something is... Oh, someone pulled all of those things. I see. That's not good. Well, let's rejoin the fight. Last thing we want is a pure wipe before the boss, and then everyone leave and we are finding ourselves in the exact same situation that we were in. Waiting an hour or so. Ooh. The Maw of Gourmet. Okay. Yeah, looks like this entire path got pulled. How? I don't understand. Oh well. Less pondering, more stabbing. Maybe someone got knocked back.
All you witness is my flesh.
Ew. This must be where Ny'alotha gets his skin grafts. The interesting thing about this is it actually does say that Ny'alotha, I think it said in the last raid, Ny'alotha was considered, in terms of power level, the weakest of all of the old gods. But he made that up. He made up for it by being very sneaky and subtle. So he was kind of the, in a lot of ways, Ny'alotha was the rogue of the old gods. And we're back. Oh, good God, we have these guys too? This place sucks. It's just a horrible gauntlet of unpleasantness. I see that's why they put the spawn so close. They knew people were going to be running back. Okay, well that was terrible and let's never do it again. What did I just say? So we can't kill those all at once. This is going to be a painful... It's going to be a painful run, guys. I'm glad you're here to share it with me. Send good vibes. I really haven't had one this series, so it makes sense that we would have it now. There you go. Get yourself nice and stunned there. And we have arrived.
Enter as parasites, but will feed my perfection.
So there is Chadar, our first boss. I like the fact that Ny'alotha has himself a pet doggy. See, there's the blood. Get out of the blood. Lots of blood. That all explode. And do that. This is a find your footing kind of day. So even just walking across it sizzles you. Wait, I need candy. Whew. I love that. That's an old school design, but it works so well. Especially with the eye stalks on the top of the head. And this will happen right at the end of my cheat death cooldown, so I'm very pleased. So the essential thing for this fight with Chadar heals. We get out of the way of his breath attacks. We move away if we're targeted by a living miasma? Miasma? I've never really heard that word used out loud. And use any abilities to reduce damage from debilitating spit. So he's a slobbery boy. We'll figure it out. Oh, here we go! Out. Out to... There you go. Thank you, tank. That's the kind of world I want to live in. So we had apparently different phases, like a shadow phase and an acid phase. Kind of similar to Raden with the shadow and lightning. Okay. Yeah. There's that breath attack. Doing good. 20 seconds left on Slice and Dice. Appreciate it. Oh, see? They're targeting. You can see that beam where they need to go. Whoa! And that would have been bad. Alright, Entropic Mantle. Basically, that's just he's going to be starting to do more consistent raid damage as well as his normal abilities. We've essentially seen the fight. That moment when you realize that you were staring right down the doggy's mouth. More debilitating. And I just kind of want to stay away from that in general. Just in case one of the DPS just doesn't realize that he's being chased, and anything in that circle is going to get blasted. I don't want it to be me. Alright, this is the final phase, I believe. This is now we're doing the consistent raid damage. We were all acidic and gross. This would be the time to pop cooldowns, which I think got done. Oh no! Am I? I think we were fine. I don't think it was me. And bubbling breath. Bubbling deadly breath. And Chadar is down.
Cut and tear my flesh, but wounds are trivial. I am beyond your abilities.
As we go further down Gourmet Mall, careful, guys. So I'm curious if yeah, we have a limited amount of time when they die. All right. So that's what happens. And more phalanges for all. This raid had been fairly phalange free. Now we're going to get an overabundance. Did I get a shard for that, I wonder? No, I did not get a shard of insanity. So I guess that has to be on normal for the shards to actually drop from the bosses. That's unfortunate. Looks like PvP will be the best way for me to grab those in large amounts, provided that's what I want to do. I think it might be a little bit too late. Especially with our gear already being at 450. See, the only thing that worries me is if I start going into like heavy AoE mode, that I'm not going to be able to get out of that stuff in time. But we will cross that particular road when we come to it, I suppose. Okay, Flesh Beast down. Oh. Alright. Take care of these bloods first, and we don't have to... Woo! Alright. And they do leave that puddle for a bit, so... Ew. Eat some candy. And might as well do some cleave damage while we're here. So this dungeon really seems to be a test of the DPS, DPS and tank looking at what's what, and a heal check. Definite heal check. I haven't seen a whole lot of those kind of fights lately. I've seen a few, but I remember like every wing back in some old school raids was literally like that. Like, here's your DPS check. If you can't get this one done, well, give it up, friend. Get some gear. Farm those heroics. Back in my day, you went to heroic dungeons to get gear before a raid. Okay, so next...
And the darkness within. Step forward.
He looks cool.
Accept my embrace.
Or she does. Her name is Agathe. And this fight basically is so many ads. All damage dealt. Now, we can't do any damage to her unless we kill ads and jump into, like, the puddles that they make. And then we get, I think, like a minute and a half, 30 seconds to do damage to her. So. And everyone's like, I don't like this wing. I think this one sucks. I see why it took so long for people to queue up for it then. Curse my completionist nature. Okay, Entropic Crush. I don't know. Oh! It's good. Do we have the thing? Yep, we have the thing. Now we can do damage. It is for 30 seconds. And something died close to me because I still have that buff. Six. Oop! Alright. Take care of the eye here. Get a brand new buff. Wash, rinse, repeat, essentially. Now, I believe... Was it this fight that there was mind control? Yeah, I think there was a fight here with mind control. And you have to get someone... You got to get that person down to below 30% to knock them out of it. Some of the ads will also fire off a beam. Entropic Crash. Oh, I don't have the buff anymore. Alright. Now, one of these things I think the tentacles are for the range DPS, while the eye stalks are for melee. Yeah, because they just sit there and hit everything within range. Oh! Got stunned. Throes of Agony. Love it. Not a fan. Ooh, not a fan of that either. Holy crap, what is that? Ah! I don't recall that being in the brochure. Alright, ads. Any eye stalks for us? Someone just popped Bloodlust. I want to get that ad. Alright, here we go. I think maybe you do... See, he just sits here and heals himself. Oh, it's non-healable damage. That's what the buff does. He is perpetually healing. Or she is. Didn't mean to assume the tentacle's gender. Cloak of Shadows. And, yeah. When we kill ads, we're in good shape. Because you can't soak that. And also, if you're sitting here dealing with ads when the raid gets wiped... Ooh, don't cross the streams. You really can't be saying that you're doing anything detrimental. I was just doing my job. I don't know. Don't know what you're doing. Oh. Got the buff. Are we on speed? 40 seconds. But this is the hardest fight, guys. Once we get this done. Ooh, there's lasers. The ice stalks shoot out the lasers, too. Alright, so far so good. Oh, we have got so many tentacles. Holy crap. That ain't good. What just happened? Here. I will interrupt the mind flay, because that's what I do. Get out of the way of the phalanges. And blood. Oh, I had the thing. I didn't notice it. I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not. Kind of losing the farm here. Let's go ahead and heal myself up. Alright, I got the buff. Something died near me. We can still do this. We got the tools, we got the talent. Oh, they all do. Oh, I see. I see what was going on there. So now all the tentacles have a charging AoE attack like he does that we all have to try and run away from. That is unsettling. Everyone's still doing good. Need to get that buff. Oh dear. Man, wish we had a little mini Bloodlust now. Seconds. Unleash hell. Whew. So, that fight sucked.
You claw my flesh, but I am eternal.
Yeah, we know you're eternal. You won't shut up. Alright, still got our tanks, still got our healers. DPS are replaceable. Let's go. Now it's just our rematch with Il'gynoth. Hey, did where's our clear? Oh, target has a resurrection pending. That's unfortunate. It's probably... Oh, do we just get... Oh, that's handy. Dunk. Right into the water. People weren't paying attention to the ground. Dun 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 dun. Don't want to pull that beastie there. Oh, we pulled the beastie anyway. Well, that happened. What a miserable place. I'm trying to think of where another comparable like raid wing would be, and I can't think of one off the top of my head. Maybe something in Naxxramas? Plague Wing? I don't know. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. I'm sitting there like following the tank around trying to DPS him. Yeah, let's just go.
Warning. Reduction of contamination required for anchor deployment.
You will never be rid of me.
I'm sure we won't be rid of you. Until Blizzard runs out of ideas and starts to bring you guys back in future expansions. Provided we're all still alive and Warcraft is still a thing. No one's ever truly gone when there's money to be made. They'll bring N'alotha back in hologram concert form. Playing all of his old classics. But Tupac. The greatest of the old gods. That sums this up. There he is, with a helmet and wings, looking very, very different than when we saw him in the tree in the Emerald Nightmare. But this time, we take out all of his organs. So we DPS this guy down, and then 3 portals will open, and those portals lead to his organs. And basically, it continues until we take down 1 organ. Then it goes back, and portals open again, we take out the other organ, and etc., etc. If you get the beam on you, please walk slowly away from the boss. And not in a ring around the boss. Yes, because there is some stupid on the ground. And basically what I'm going to do is just kind of... there's beams on the ground, and they follow you. And I'm just going to try and go back and forth and keep it instead of going around in some sort of circle. Kind of a cool vibe on the boss, though. It reminds me of Anima from FF10 a little. I think that's primarily because we can't see the bottom half. It's probably good. Don't want to deal with those organs. And we got a lot of first-timers here. Goblin's got the best flex. I don't care what you say. If you want to explain, I have to pee. So I guess they're going over explanations. So I will be back as soon as we are ready to rock and roll, guys. Hang tight. And the ready check has been summoned. We don't have a healer, people.
The feeding begins.
Okay.
Ny'alotha sees all.
Never stay in front of the... Yeah.
I see the corruption within.
Oh, okay, I guess that was fine.
His gaze.
There's that beam I was telling you about. That is now a permanent thing. So it's a game of crowding. Ground management.
The Zoth sees all. I see the corruption within.
So I'm wondering...
His gaze full flesh peels away to expose rot.
Out of the way of the stupid. Alright. Should we go ahead and interrupt? I don't know. Whatever. Ooh. Just don't. I'm trying not to make anyone explode. There we go. Oh, we got a tank dead. Tank is down. Tank is down. I repeat, tank is down. Tank got battle rezzed. All is well. Eh? Oh, those stupid things. You guys remember that? You guys remember the blood? I'm just gonna vanish. Find something else to attack.
You dare
He's back.
scar perfection. The Zoth sees all.
Smells all.
I see the corruption within.
So that is essentially the fight. Just be careful. Don't be that guy.
His gaze falls upon you.
Try and keep bloods from being summoned. And I'm just gonna vanish away from all of them, I'm thinking.
His gaze falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
Uh-huh. Looking good. We're a third of the fight done.
Sees all.
And looks like even with 4 healers, we're doing a good job of holding the fort. So with these things on the ground, it's going to be a problem when everyone gets that debuff that makes them explode.
Flesh peels away to expose rot.
Yeah. There we go. All is well. And should we... Yep, there. Everyone's kind of ignoring it. I'm going to sit here and just kick the blood. Boop. This is my contribution. Oh, I can't do that the entire time. I can stop. If I had another person doing kick. Whoop.
You dare scar perfection.
Alright. We're good.
His gaze falls upon you.
Ads, ads, ads.
I see the corruption within.
There's no ads near me, so. Ah!
The Zoth sees all.
Alright. Now, the ones that are
The Zoth sees all.
the organs that are dead are still going to occasionally summon ads,
The corruption
but
within.
I don't think nearly to the extent as they were. I hope and pray.
His gaze falls upon you.
And I may, if I get hit with the beam, just cloak of shadows into one of the puddles.
Gaze falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
What is it with these old gods and talking too much, Smee?
Flesh peels away.
It'd be a lot scarier if they didn't.
Expose
Ooh.
rot.
Alrighty. It's gonna sit here and shoot this thing. And be away from everyone when I explode. Now would be a perfect time for Bloodlust, but at least we're not dealing with that. Hey, you have to do this much damage before the end. And I don't think there's one more phase after this. I think this is the end of it. Boop! No pumping blood for you.
You dare
Oh.
scar perfection.
Stand corrected.
His gaze falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
Oh, I have a beam on me. Did not even notice that.
His gaze falls upon you.
So no warning whatsoever.
His gaze
Yeah!
falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
Okay. We're fine. We're fine.
Ny'alotha sees all.
It's just kind of a crowded area. Ooh. Bad blood.
His gaze falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
Okay. I'm just gonna see. Man, there's so many ads.
His gaze falls upon you.
Tank is down. We should have plenty of auto reses. Oh no. Raid is wiped.
His gaze falls upon you. I see the corruption within.
Ooh, yep-a-bo. This way, friend.
Ny'alotha sees all.
Okay. We are getting away from this. We're gonna try. Oh, sweet lord! I am so dead. The amount of dead in which I am is unpleasant and unfortunate.
Ny'alotha sees all.
Woohoo! Ah.
I see your light fade.
Oh, that's so close.
Your tether weakens.
Okay. Well, we focus on ads then. I was just seeing if other people were focusing. I guess that's maybe a problem. Well, we'll go ahead and get gathered up again, guys, and I'll see you near the end of attempt number 2, hopefully. Okay, final phase, guys. Owie!
Falls
That was bad timing there. Showed up right as the tank died. Oh. Can't really get to a lot of the getting the ads is more of a range DPS kind of thing. That's alright though, we can do this.
Ny'alotha sees all. I see the corruption within.
As long as we got some DPS, we'll burn them down. Like so.
Ny'alotha sees those who pass beyond.
Phew.
Shall drown.
Oh, there's a shred.
Champions. The world is better off without Il'gynoth and his maddening whispers. Though, take heed. His prophecies were meant to drive his victims insane. Now that he's gone, just put them out of your mind for good.
Yeah, I never want to come back to this horrible, horrible place. We were actually doing really good that second thing. I was running around taking out the ads when they got close. No one was interrupting the other ads as they were casting, they were summoning more blood blobs. And that could have been bad once again, but we were able to get it in the end. And that's all that matters. Any fight you can walk away from. But that is it, guys, for the gift of flesh. Now we just have one more wing, the final wing of the last raid of Battle for Azeroth, the Waking Dream, where we go take on the big guy himself and have our showdown with Ny'alotha. And we will go ahead and do that at the beginning, well, not the beginning, but definitely in the next episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And, we will see you next time.
See ya.
Later days, everyone.